as we embark on a fascinating journey through the labyrinths of the human mind. It is impossible to ignore the limitless possibilities of the art of visualization. Every thought, every mental image carries a potential seed that can shape our reality. In this concept lies the underlying philosophy of the mirror principle. In the safe space of our inner world, visualization serves as a kind of beacon that not only illuminates our thoughts, but also carefully prepares the ground for future events. The power hidden in the vivid representation of experiences, possibilities, and desired outcomes is not just a subject of philosophical reflection, but a concept deeply rooted in scientific research and spiritual teachings. A fascinating dive into neuroscience demonstrates that the brain has an amazing ability to transform visions into reality. In neural networks, when a person consistently engages in visualization, the brain begins to perceive these mental images as real events occurring in the present. This, in turn, creates a favorable environment in which our visions begin to shape our beliefs, thereby influencing the reality around us. What happens when we delve deeper into this topic? The answer may surprise you. Awareness of this process opens up the possibility for a person to become the architect of their future, the creator of a reality in which their innermost dreams and aspirations are realized. In moments of deep visualization, a unique harmony is born, when the mind and heart merge in a single impulse. This interaction of mental and emotional energy creates a powerful wave that spreads throughout the universe. It is necessary to cherish your dreams and visions, for they are a reflection of the soul and a blueprint for future accomplishments. This process is not just a beautiful metaphor, but a scientifically proven fact where emotions, such as gratitude, form a magnetic field around a person, attracting events and circumstances that correspond to his emotional state. However, the path from visualization to reality is not always straight and smooth. On the way to the realization of dreams can be obstacles in the form of ingrained beliefs, fears, and prejudices that have been internalized since childhood. These subconscious barriers can distort the reflection of the desired in the mirror of reality, making it difficult to transform the mental image into a tangible result. Overcoming these internal barriers becomes an important step on the way to realizing one's potential and creating the desired future. It should be realized that the obstacles that arise on the way to the realization of what we have planned are often rooted in ourselves. There is an urgent need to consciously identify, critically evaluate, and remove these internal limitations to ensure clarity of reflection that allows our mental images to materialize without hindrance. Ultimately, as we delve into the multifaceted aspects of visualization, we must recognize its fundamental power not only as a psychological technique, but also as an effective force that can transform mental images into tangible reality. This truth requires a revision of established views, encouraging us not just to dream, but to visualize with commitment, emotional involvement, and unwavering faith in the feasibility of these dreams. The journey from fleeting thought to tangible reality is truly mesmerizing. And in this miraculous transformation, the mirror principle manifests itself, proving conclusively that anything visualized with clarity, emotional engagement, and faith has the potential to come true. In the tangled corridors of the human mind, where innovative ideas and bold aspirations are born, deeply ingrained patterns and habitual cycles of thought simultaneously reside. These invisible thought processes often act as silent pests, stifling opportunities to realize the full potential of the mirror principle. Despite the limitless possibilities that visualization offers, its effectiveness is weakened by repetitive and destructive thoughts. Habitual thinking is like a thick fog that covers the horizon and does not allow you to see the vast expanse of possibilities. At the heart of this phenomenon is the powerful gravity of past experience, often originating in the early years of life, knowledge gained and social norms internalized. Like a broken record, the mind keeps playing old tunes, sometimes dissonant with current desires and future aspirations. However, the mirror principle opens up a new perspective. By rearranging neural connections and deviating from the usual paths, a person can create a completely new mental landscape, a fertile ground for fruitful visualization. Often it happens that the established views and subjective perceptions formed under the influence of the past become an insurmountable barrier to the opportunities offered to us by the world around us. To go beyond the usual frames of perception and open new horizons for ourselves, it is necessary to make a deep dive into ourselves, rethink our values, and renew our inner attitudes. This process of transformation involves letting go of outdated behaviors, revisiting entrenched beliefs, and developing a new mindset that is focused on the present. As we go deeper into self-analysis, a radical change occurs. From passive observers whose actions are dictated by conditioned reflexes, we become active creators of our destiny, using the power of visualization to achieve our goals. However, freeing ourselves from the shackles of the past is not just an intellectual task or an exercise of willpower. The key element is a change in emotional state. Emotions generated by entrenched thoughts create energy vibrations that have a profound effect on our lives. Therefore, in order to break these limiting chains, it is necessary to understand the complex hormonal processes that occur in our bodies. Hormonal influences, especially from stress hormones, contribute to the entrenchment of entrenched thought patterns. Consciously identifying and interrupting this dependence on hormonal reactions allows not only to liberate the mind, but also to optimize the emotional sphere, bringing it in line with the desired goals. Getting rid of hardened thoughts is a key condition for effective implementation of the mirror principle, which transforms visualizations into tangible reality. Adopting this concept allows you to not just indulge in daydreaming, but to clear the mental space of outdated, limiting beliefs. This kind of conscious mental hygiene sets the stage for vivid visualizations to flourish. At the intersection of aspirations and reality, cite emotions, the often underappreciated architects of personal experience. Emotions are not just fleeting sensations, but powerful energy flows that permeate the entire being and can either stimulate forward movement or hold it in place. At the heart of the mirror principle is a deep emotional connection, because to realize the future is not enough just to see it. You need to feel it with every cell of your being. Imagine a young violinist dreaming of world stages. She imagines herself in the spotlight, hears the magical sound of the violin, and sees the admiring faces of the audience. But despite the vivid pictures in her imagination, she is tormented by an underlying fear, an echo of a long-ago failure at a concert. Memories of past embarrassment, like shadows of whispers and restrained laughter, create an emotional barrier. If she fails to fill this gap with positive feelings, her dreams will remain only beautiful but unfulfilled visions. Only through recognizing, overcoming fear, and transforming it into a source of inspiration, turning negative emotions into burning passion, will she be able to pave the way to the realization of her dreams. It is the feelings with which we fill our visualizations that determine their power and ability to materialize. Imagine a goal barely lit by the faint flame of enthusiasm, like a dim candle lost in the twilight. But infuse it with genuine passion, joy, or gratitude, and it bursts into flame, dispelling the darkness on the road to success. This is a clear demonstration of the fact that visualization, deprived of emotional nourishment, remains only a pale shadow of the desired, unable to find a real embodiment. It is emotion that gives our mental images volume, color, and energy, turning them into a powerful engine of change. Emotions play the role of a kind of compass and barometer, simultaneously indicating our current location and direction of movement. Negative experiences are like alarm signals, warning of dissonance between our aspirations and reality, indicating the need for course correction. At the same time, positive emotions, joy, love, and gratitude indicate harmony between our desires and inner state, confirming the correctness of the chosen path. This inner synchronization is crucial because the quantum field, a boundless ocean of possibilities, responds not only to our dreams, but also to the strength and sincerity of the feelings invested in them. Ultimately, it would be a mistake to downplay the importance of emotions in the complex dance of manifesting what we desire. They are not just individual movements, but the very pulsating melody that sets the pace for the entire action. Emotions serve as a bridge that bridges the gap between the dream world and the harsh reality. And as we move across this bridge with conscious intention and unwavering passion, it is as if we are lighting a bright light that illuminates the path to the realization of our deepest aspirations. Looking at the world around us through the lens of the so-called mirror principle, we realize with startling clarity that our inner mental pictures have a profound effect on shaping our outer reality. But how, you may ask? Does this principle manifest itself in the tangible, measurable realm? The intricate interweaving of cognitive psychology, advanced emotional intelligence, and the mysterious laws of quantum physics hints at the existence of a fascinating process. But its practical application requires a more concrete and down-to-earth approach. Consider, for example, the technique of visualization, multiplied by the power of emotions. Start with a clear definition of your most cherished dream or deepest aspiration. Visualize it not as a distant, barely discernible star in the vast night sky, but as a rapidly approaching sunrise, as a reality that is about to come with the first rays of dawn. Now, most importantly, fill this visualization with vivid, exciting emotions. Feel the all-consuming euphoria of a dream already realized. Feel the triumph of the obstacles overcome on the way to it. Warm yourself in the rays of deserved recognition and achievements. Combining a clear vision in the mind with strong feelings generates a higher energy wave, which, like a magnet, pulls up the desired future. It is crucial to achieve harmony between what the imagination paints and what the heart feels. Like a radio receiver precisely tuned to the right wave, this alignment ensures that one is in touch with the reality one seeks. Otherwise, differences can confuse the signals, delaying or distorting the realization of dreams. Visualization, backed by emotion and practice, helps to tune this harmony, bringing clarity and strength to aspirations. However, mastering this art requires patience and persistence. The first steps may seem clumsy, but over time, the connection between visualization and emotion becomes more organic. One begins to notice subtle changes, unexpected chances, chance encounters, or sudden ideas that hint that the dream is getting closer. The path from mere observer to creator of one's destiny is not a straightforward one. It requires intention, concentration, and a release from the shackles of the past. The mirror principle, despite its apparent simplicity, demands a high level of consistency and persistence in its application. However, for those who are not afraid to embark on this path of self-discovery and transformation, there are truly limitless possibilities. The essence is not only to change the circumstances of the external world, but also in a deep inner restructuring affecting the very foundations of the personality. This is the process of achieving harmony with the surrounding universe, a kind of synchronization with the cosmic rhythms, allowing to move in harmony with the destiny.